Hey, good morning. It is Sunday brew day. Yeah, here's one brew done, right? All right, we are gonna have a double brew day today, and I'm gonna do 2 5-gallon batches. We're not here in the garage. I'm gonna do 2 5-gallon batches. The first one is an American wheat that I'm putting together, and that has what is it? I think it's like half and half of pills, some German Pilsner, and some American wheat malt. So we're going to do a protein rest today on that one. And the other one is going to be my regular Amarillo 20. It's kind of a smash, but it's got some crystal in there. But it's always a good go-to. So yeah, just getting those together. All right, so I got the salts ready for one of the brews, but I got to get the other one going. While the water is heating up, the strike water, I got a Camden tablet. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to smush it up in here and add that to my HLT. Crushed up. Doesn't take much to crush them up. Alright. There we go. So there it is. I'm going to go ahead and put her in there, and it's going to take 2 hands. I need to measure the salts for the American wheat. So I had gypsum and what's the other one? I can't remember the other one. I don't have it marked anymore, but if you look at this, my earlier videos, you can see what I got. I know one's gypsum. The other one I think is like Epsom salts. So on this one, I will go ahead and just do kind of half and half. Probably 3 grams. Get this turned on. 3 grams of each. It usually balances out the salts pretty good. Just put it right there. Don't take much, man. I should have done the calculation for the wheat. On exactly what the profile should be, but this is usually pretty close. It's my generic for 5 gallon. So we got another 3. So we got a total of 6 grams of happiness there that's going to go on the mash. Shut this guy off. Put him over there. Take you into my arms. Yeah, right on top. Then as we get the mash going, I'll go ahead and put the phosphoric acid in to get the pH down to like 5.2. All right, we're up to strike temperature for the underletting, so we will go ahead and do that procedure at this time. Up down there, make sure I got everything in the pitcher. I sure do. Start pumping. Peek out of it. And it's not going to take much. Because we're doing 5 gallons. I'm used to doing 10. It's not going to take long at all. You can see the baby rising. We'll get that mixed in after I get the water in there, and we'll go from there. All right, so we're doughed in and holding temperature 150 right now through the Herms. some good circulation going here. I'm gonna go ahead and cover her up and set the timer for 60 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and check the pH. Got our sample. And need to go get some ice and some water from the fridge. Be right back. Okay, so we got the water bath for it, and I need to get the wort down to temperature, which is a little below 70 degrees. So we can take a good reading. I went ahead and added about a tablespoon of phosphoric acid to the mash. So I'm checking to see where it's at right now. So I can get my thermometer. And start stirring this until it gets down to temp. Doesn't take long at all. The wort right now in the mash tun is 149, and just since I put this metal dish in the ice water, the wort is down to about 100 already. So just sit here and stir it. I'm going to go ahead and pull this out. Get rid of the ice water. And my bucket that I used to rinse stuff off of so I don't waste it. Let's go ahead and get our meter in there and get her turned on. There we go. And we'll let it sit. So you got to let it sit for a few minutes so that you get a good reading. If you notice it's still dropping. 5.4. I like to get it down to 5.2 if I can. I mean, right now, if it's 5.4, I'm absolutely fine with it. So I know approximately how much phosphoric acid I need to put in my water. Okay, we've sat for a good 3 or 4 minutes and it hasn't changed. So our pH is at 5.4. So that's a good reading. I'll go ahead and put that back into the mash. All right, mash time is over. Knock off as much as you can on the grain. And then just enough to get the ball in here without getting any grain into the pot itself. So I have it going through the strainer here. And I'm gonna go ahead and throttle down on the mash tun itself, this guy right here, so that it doesn't come flying out of here. So we wanna go ahead and drain it slowly. So we'll get that going here. We get the pump on. Turn that valve back on the bottom. Whoa. Something not cool. Had a loose connection. Here we go. Had a loose connection. That's the second brew time in a row that's happened to me. Only this one didn't pop off, thank goodness. And I didn't lose much words. So we are slowly draining. Got it going through the strainer just in case any of the grain gets in there. So we'll see you when it's time to get the second sparge going. All right, so we're up past the hot break, and I got the first hop addition. This is 1 ounce of Cascade. That's 60. Put in there, and then there's no other hop additions until flame out. So All right, so got that going. Looks good. 50% power. So yeah, sweet. See you in a little bit. Start the timer. See you in 45 minutes. Okay, I got the mash tun cleaned out, ready to go for the second. Boil is going on the first, and we got 37 minutes until the 15-minute break where whirl flock and stuff go in. So I have the HLT topped off, and before I started the boil, I went ahead and got it, I got it filled back up. But I need to get it up to temperature real quick, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop the boil just for a minute, just to get the water up to temp so we can get mashing going. So, be back. So while the water's heating up, let me get the grains into the mash tun. If you notice, there's the water salts for this brew on top of the grains, so we'll get that dumped in. All right, so we got the grains ready to go. And it won't be long, we'll get this water back up and then get the boil back going on the other elements on that side. Right now we're working on the HLT, getting it up. I set it to 180 so the PID doesn't start fluctuating, pulsing when it gets near 170. I wanted to get it to 170 as quickly as possible without pulsing, so. Woo! Okay, so we got the mash going, and it's holding at 152 right now, with no pulses going to the HLT, because right now I have the boil going again, and we have about 10 and a half minutes before our 15-minute mark where I can hook up the plate chiller. Right now I got the hose hooked up to it, and that's run over here. It's cold. As soon as it gets some hot water in there, it becomes more flexible. I just put it outside, and there's some rocks that are out there, and there's a drain tube at the bottom, so that's where the water goes. And the mash for the second brew is going strongly. So, yep, that's gonna mash for an hour, and we'll take care of this guy and start doing first runnings on him. So we'll see when this beer's all chilled down and everything's done with him, then we can play with him. So the mash can go as long as we want. Doesn't matter to me if it goes an hour or hour and a half or whatever. All right, so I had to do some finagling on the tubing since I only have so many hoses. So what I need to do is it's past the 15-minute mark. So right now I have the pump running to do recirculate for the plate chiller right there. Going through the boil kettle and dropping in whirl flock, Alka-Seltzer, and we have 12 minutes and 50 seconds until flame out, and then I'll add the other two hops that are right here. The mash here is sitting and mashing, and as soon as that guy hits 0, we'll probably have maybe 45 minutes left. I'll have 45 minutes on the mash for this beer, but this guy, I'll have him in one of those sanitized fermenters right there in no time at all with the plate chiller. Yeah. So we're just waiting for time to go by. Cheers. All right, end of the boil. Shut the element off. There she stands. I have an ounce of Saws going. Have an ounce of Hallertau. And I have the Whirlpool going. Oops, sorry about that. Got the Whirlpool port right there. It's going past the hot basket. And we're gonna let this guy steep. I'll be starting to cool it down. Got the water hose hooked up. So we're gonna go ahead and drop this baby down. We're gonna drop it so that the temperature inside the boil kettle gets down to 180. And then we'll do a hop stand for 10-15 minutes. Let's cover her up. See you in a little bit. All right, hop stand is over. Watch a little homebrew Chris online. It's making a NEPA as part 1. I started cooling down the wort. And right now, coming out of the plate chiller is 60 degrees Fahrenheit. So we're gonna go ahead and get this guy done and put in the fermenter. So first things first, I had this sitting in there so we had more room. There's your hops. So I'm gonna go ahead and hang him on the side, get him out of the way, make sure he doesn't fall over, have my star sand ready, got my fermenter. I'm gonna go ahead and shut this guy down here. Shut him down. Shut him down. As soon as I open that up, wort's gonna go everywhere and start getting this in the fermenter. So see you in a minute. All right, so we got the wort going in the fermenter and we are below 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Doing good. Got to keep everything sanitized. Nice and sanitized. Pump off. Turn the water off. And I'm going to take a reading here. All right, so got them all ready to go. I do have I have a wheat yeast that I'm going to be using on this. Right now, I'm waiting for the bubbles to settle, and as soon as that's done, I can get an accurate reading, so stay tuned. Okay, so right now, I have the HLT heating up. Our temperature dropped a bit, so I'm trying to get it back up to temp. I just have it to 155 so it doesn't pulse. I want to get it to at least 150, 152 on the top number versus 140 right now. And then let it set for probably 15 minutes before I go ahead and do the runoff. So yeah, we're looking good. So yeah, back to normal. Got things cleaned up a bit. I got the boil kettle ready to go for the next batch. Everything's cleaned up. Do it again. All right, so right now, wheat beer, I'm gonna say, is a 1050. Damn close to it. That's awesome. Then also, it's now 1400 hours. Went and got me some of my Amarillo 20th Pale Ale. So just sipping on some of this. Cheers. That's good stuff, man. 6.3%. Went ahead and just shut the power down for the HLT. The mash is running at 152 right now, and I went ahead and dropped it to 149. So I set the timer for 20 minutes. It's counting down. Take a peek. It's looking good. Got a nice water cap on top of the grain bed. It's pretty clear. I stirred it up about 5 minutes ago. 5 to 10 minutes. Had the boil pot ready to go. Yeah, we're just waiting right now. Just watching some videos on watching Homebrew Chris right now. He's doing a NEPA. It takes forever to get through the videos when you're pausing to do the video and paying attention to what you're doing. So you know how it is. But yeah, we're cruising, my friends. Woohoo! See you in about 15 minutes or so. All right, so on that first beer, the American wheat that I made, I'm using the Safale WB06. It's a dry wheat beer yeast. This is the first time I've used this one. All right, so I'm gonna be starting first runnings. And looks like the doctor is in and he's muted himself. So Dr. Hans, he's celebrating pre-New Year's in the Netherlands. So cheers to you, brother. Hell yeah, keep rocking like you always do, man. Gotta tell you that can't hear you, man.
Now we should have audio again.
Whoop! Frickin' Dr. rocks. Dr. Hans. We're doing first runnings. Yeah, look at there. Oh, it's gonna be pretty.
Off and forgot to turn it on again.
Sweet.
Okay, so this is very cool. Pochettino. Pochettino is here. Yes, Pochettino. Have a look at the board. You won. Big. Patron.
All right, so we got second runnings done. I'm almost at volume. I need to be above the washer, above the whirlpool port. And I got enough in there. It should take care of that, and we're gonna let that go until it's completely cleared, and then we'll transfer over. We be getting a boil on.
Sign up now.
He's gonna do a drawing. Woo! Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to Dr. Hans and everybody else. Right. About ready to clean out the mash tun? Getting up to pot break. Right. Alright, we're at the 15-minute mark. A little past. And we got half a ounce of Simcoe. I add the roll flock, and then here in a minute I'm gonna get the plate chiller going. Yeah, buddy. Alright, 5 minutes to go. Galaxy. 1 full ounce. Alright. Ready to go. Got the fermenter going. Got everything ready. Bubbler. Ready to take a reading. Cheers. Alright, so got the beer going into the fermenter. Beer number 2. Here's your town. That's the temp of the wort in the boil kettle. Going through the plate chiller. Alright, so here is the original gravity. It's like a 1060. Away bubbles. Yeah, 1060. Cheers. All right, so we are all done with the brew day. Got the brew in the fermenter. Time to shut that baby off. Finish the cleanup. Yeah. Have that beer and get everything inside. It needs to go inside. Cheers to Dr. Hans. It was a good time. I wonder why he's still up. All right, so this is the next day. Starting to get some pressure on the pale crystal in Vienna. He is a harvested US-05, so he may take another day before he gets going. But the American wheat is going strong. Yep, this ought to be a good one. Cheers, guys. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.